Hi there, this is Bob Janice Dillon. Friday's talk was to be on love and other foolhardy adventures. As it happened, I didn't record that talk, which was just as well, really. The best part of it was a recording of a song by a member of the UMAC community that, because of ASCAP regulations, we can't rebroadcast anyway. But I did try and say something about love, and I'd like to share something with you. If you'd like to hear more, you're welcome to contact me. You can reach me at minister@hunterdonuu.org. That's HUNTERDONUU.org. Hunterdon@uu.org, or 908-996-3964. But I would like to share a little of what I tried to say about love. It's never easy. And this is a story that I wrote, inspired by the great Jonathan Goldstein of CBC's Wiretap. If you've never checked it out, check it out. And this is a story about the humans and the angels. In the beginning, after God created the planets and the stars and everything that flies and crawls and grows upon the earth, God created angels to take care of things. This was before she created human beings. The angels were perfect in every way. They were always on time and did everything they were told without complaint. They were beautiful from head to toe. In fact, they were pure beauty. They didn't even have head or toes. They didn't have physical form at all, because to have physical form, the angels would have taken up space, and that would have meant they could have possibly gotten in the way, which they never did. They didn't have any urge to do good. It didn't fulfill any need or insecurity for them. It was just what they did. They were perfectly happy with their own personalities and could be alone with their own selves for hours. On the other hand, they were never socially awkward and always the life of the party. The angels ran errands in every corner of the globe. They showed the giraffes where the good leaves were at the top of the tree, and if an ant was having trouble lifting a crumb of bread, they would help with the utmost patience. God stopped asking the angels to do any good deeds for a while, and if the angels noticed this, they were too polite to say anything and too good to let it bother them. Then one day, God came back to the angels, and she was talking and talking about this idea called love. When God explained to the angels about love, they nodded and understood right away in their perfect way, and went about doing the business of love. They wrote exquisite love letters and gave out hugs as tender as eyelashes and as firm as back rubs. They made food for the animals at their angel soup kitchens, and even when they just had a couple of potatoes and an onion, the soup tasted like it came from a 4-star restaurant in Paris. They admired and adored and cared with all their unchangeable and perfect spirits. So it came as a shock when one day God told them she was creating human beings. Human beings, the angels said. Who are they? They weren't sure they liked the sound of this, and a chill scampered up the inside of what would have been their necks if they took up space, which they don't. Well, God went ahead and made human beings, and it was everything the angels possibly could have feared if they knew how to fear. Human beings could mess up a fireworks party in an explosives factory. They were stubborn about almost nothing, and greedy about even less. You could give them heaven on a roll and they'd argue over the number of sesame seeds in the bun. The bodies of human beings were an embarrassing mix of unreliable organs. I mean, even cats pitied them. Perfect though they were, the angels just had to ask, why, God, why? Why on earth would you create these things? God laughed. The angels kind of hated when she did that. Sorry, guys, God told the angels. I love you and all, but it just wasn't enough. You see, these human beings, the thing about them is their love is perfect. If you have never seen an angel, God's pure light, becoming flabbergasted, I cannot possibly explain in words to you what it looked like. Their love is perfect? These stumbling, bumbling, lying, cheating, heartbreaking, and heartbreak-making, these weak, rotting branches of evolution's tree, have you lost your mind, God? Oh, maybe, she admitted. I know they are deeply imperfect. But that is what makes their love so perfect. In their hearts, you see, they know they are completely and utterly dependent on one another. So when, in their holy imperfection, they cling to one another, when they hold up that baby after all that pain and grateful tears fill their eyes, or they put their arms around a tree, someone else is trying to chop down and breathe in the bark, or they break all their promises, and then coming crying in the night to the home of those they've wronged for a blessing only human grace can deliver, in those moments their love reaches a degree of perfection that you, my dear angels, can never possibly know. The angels were still and quiet, and they watched the humans then. And as we stumble and bumble around the work of the universe, which is the work of love, the angels are watching us still, trying to make sense of the secrets of love's perfection.